guys, it's Miss Michelle Fix-It, otherwise known as Michelle Fix-It. I'm probably gonna drop the Miss Michelle Fix-It pretty soon. It's June 16th, 2023, because I had it suggested to me that I should make my handle on the YouTube thing Miss Michelle Fix-It, and I think that just overcomplicates things. I think I'm just going to go by Michelle Fix-It. Anyways, so you guys just have complete transparency on like where things are, because I don't know, it just makes things easier. So I'm on my way to Home Depot. I want to do, like, this is not a sponsorship at all. It's just something that I happened upon whenever I needed to get some air conditioners, because the Patterson house does not have central air and heat. It just has central heat. It's forced air. It's a gas unit. It's only a couple years old. I had contractors put it in whenever I first got the house, and it works very, very well. Although I probably need to change the air filter, and I guess I need to at some point give you guys you know, like a safety checklist of your home stuff and everything like that, and do a walkthrough from, you know, older homes to more modern homes. But anyways, there's these little things called like Arctic Air things, and I sent one to quite some time ago when I was actually able to like communicate with her or them, and for some reason, like, California wouldn't let me Amazon it, and so like I had to get it, and then I had to send it. It was this whole big thing because they also didn't have central air. They just had, I think they had central heat, I don't know. But anyways, all the air conditioners were super expensive. The house was really hot. My dad was here. Chaos was ensuing. So I went and I just like bought all these different units, and then I didn't use them. I just like stuck them in a corner. So then I was going to return them to Home Depot, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this because like I'm realizing that I, for some reason, require a lot of humidity in my air. Otherwise, I just don't feel well. So that's my body type, and I'm, you know, thinking that when you grow up in a certain climate, or maybe like, you know, as your, you know, ancestors evolved and everything else, and maybe like there's climate stuff that's in place, and like maybe some people's bodies are just designed to be in high humidity, and like if they don't have that humidity, then like they're just messed up. So I put one in last night in my bedroom, and Charlie Cat and I, you know, slept really well. Like, he woke up and was just raring to go. He was doing well. I was doing well. It was phenomenal. Our room was like super duper chilly. I also had a, you know, window unit in there because, you know, I purchased one of those as well. And like, if you guys don't know, like the older window units with the refrigerants, like, I don't know if they have R22 in them. I assume so. But like the older refrigerants just kind of kick out better cooling, unless you're going for like, you know, a very specific SEER rating and you want to spend buku bucks. So the one that was purchased that I used didn't really work that well. Like, it just didn't. And it wasn't like a cheap one. It was like a mid-grade one, but like compared to the old guys that I'll buy like secondhand, like it was totally different. And there's some dirt bike guys. As if you guys don't know, in the B-More, when the sun's out, there's an expression, and then the other one is like, you know, you have the, I don't know, the noon people, and like, I don't know, there's different like little groups of dirt bike people, and like there's a lot of hidden talent with these guys with what they're doing. Like, you know, sometimes they think that people just think they're obnoxious, but like this guy is doing a wheelie, and like there's another guy, and like, you know, they try to follow some safety protocols. Sometimes, you know, there are bad apples, but like overall I think it's a really good thing for them sometimes, even though it's kind of against the law. But like, they have fun if they're doing safe stuff. It's entertaining, and there's just a lot of hidden talent in the city that like I think that people just don't see because of their biases. So going back to the thing, it's called Arctic Air, and they have like a little teeny tiny box one, which is the one that I sent but then they have like the big tower one, and basically you just fill up the thing with water, and then it has like this little ice pack, and you throw the ice pack in the freezer, and then if you want it to be extra chilly, then you toss that in there with the water, and then it's like, it basically creates a very humid environment. And for today's day, it was basically like we woke up and we were just great. And so we were upstairs. I left my bedroom door open. Charlie's doing Charlie Cat stuff. I'm working on stuff. I did get an update from the B-More ladies. I am kind of frustrated about that process. I'll document that in another video. I have kind of forgotten about you guys because like, it's like, I don't know, it's like 6. And I haven't done any videos because I've been having a lot of like very personal conversations with a lot of people and respecting boundaries and stuff like that. But that has also made it where like I now know that I need to like do some more laundry videos with you guys, because there's some stuff that like for people that need help, they would be really good videos. So yeah, you guys get this stuff all over the place. But this is like a shout out to the Arctic Air people, even though I keep bouncing all over the place. So if you have a property or a home or something and it doesn't have central air and you're super duper hot and you want something that works very efficiently, I highly, highly, highly recommend them, because basically Charlie Cat and I stayed upstairs. Izzy came back from her sleepover with Crazy Cat Lady, and then and now I'm parked. Oh, and I still have to transfer you guys. You guys only have like 14 minutes and 52 seconds. So Crazy Cat Lady and Izzy came back. Izzy has an air conditioner in her room, so her room turns into like basically like a little refrigerator, and she loves it. Sometimes she doesn't want it that way, and then I was going to do a timer, but then like it's just, she turns it off and turns it on when she wants it. And it's exceptionally cold. And then my guest bedroom at Patterson just has fans and stuff, and I'm gonna put a tower in there. That's like basically like my office / guest bedroom / the only room in the house besides Miss Mary's room that has a TV in it, because like I'm super low tech on some things, and that's one of those things that I do because I like to be very productive, and the only time I really watch TV is like if I'm multitasking, if I'm doing laundry or something, or paperwork. I get very specific. I watch Bones if I'm doing taxes and stuff. But anyways, Charlie and I were upstairs. Everything was great. That humidity and that Arctic whatever thing was like spreading it through the hallway into the cat room, and it was just great. We were feeling awesome. And then we went downstairs, and I was like, and I equate it to how I felt, and like I've told people before, that like I went on a semi-cross country road trip when I was in high school, and I had never been in Arizona where like you just rapidly dehydrate. And I explain it to everyone. I say I felt like a fish out of water. I felt like I was slowly dehydrating. So like that occurred to me as I was going downstairs, and like Charlie started just feeling like, he started acting like he wasn't feeling that great. I knew I wasn't feeling that great, and the only variable change that we had is that we went downstairs, and that like it was cooler upstairs, not significantly cooler, but mainly that it was a humidity factor. So then I set up another tower, because I bought like 4 of them. I set up another tower in the living room, put that in, got it all set up, didn't have the ice pack or anything, so it's not super frigid, but it was just enough, like, I don't know, it does something to the air where it's amazing. I also, prior to purchasing all those guys, I got a humidifier, and I put that in there. So like if your child is sick, or if you like consistently feel like you have like pressure with your sinuses and stuff like that, humidifiers do wonders for that kind of thing. And so I set up the one, and then we got it like half as good as upstairs, and Charlie just kept like being close to it. So I think that was like my indication that he was doing better with it as well. And then I set up another one, but then I need an extension cord / surge protector, blah, 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 blah. I did keep the boxes because I am one of those people where like if my stuff doesn't work and it prematurely expires, guess what? It's gone bye-bye. It's going back to the store. I do not deal with quality stuff. So if they prematurely wear out or something, I'm going to document that. And like I said, as of right now, there's no monetization for my channel or anything like that. I'm trying to figure out how to do that with the commercials and stuff, because I don't know, but I'm just really too busy. And like, just right now, you guys are costing me like 2 minutes because I should be in the store. So that's my shout out for that. And, you know, just do it, just get one, because it's just really, it was very beneficial. And that second one downstairs, like Patterson in the hottest moments, and like when my life was blowing up, I had like my big house that had the air conditioner like just completely blew up, and I couldn't figure it out because I was not as savvy as I am now. And so that house was the hottest house because it had high vaulted ceilings, and it was gigantic, and it was super hot, and it was just like no trees, no shade. It was insufferable. And then Georgetown was super hot. I was working over there, but it wasn't as hot, but consistently it was like 97 degrees. And like the other house, the big house that was on the hill with all the like fanciful stuff, like I kept going in the pool, in the hot tub, and like bouncing back and forth between the two and trying to like control my temperature, because I was just bottoming out so bad. And I was like working on tile and doing all this stuff, and like it was crazy. But that house got up to 101 one day, and I was like, I can't do this. And then because of like judgy people, I was so stupid because I knew everyone was judging me that I wouldn't even put near a window unit in. And so I just like was suffering through the heat and jumping in the pool more. I used the pool and the hot tub more in those moments of chaos and all that mob mentality and all the crazy stuff than I did the whole time I lived there. Like the children used the pool. I didn't use the pool. I used the pool when I was pregnant, like before we bought the house, like when we were in this weird little limbo with like inspections and stuff. And then Georgetown was the second hottest. And then the house in the woods was like, the downstairs was kind of okay because it's like a split foyer, which I hate. But then the upstairs was not good. And we did put the air conditioner in over there. And then Patterson was the coolest. So if it was like 90 degrees outside, Patterson would be like 75. But since I'm so temperature intolerant most of the time, but I am getting like going through the motions, all the medical stuff and figuring out that I have like a lot of diagnoses that may be wrong. So as of right now, as a thing to tell someone that maybe cannot stand sleeping with heat, it's basically a tower. So it's not a huge draw on electricity. Patterson has old electrical, which yes, I do have like GFCIs or GCI, no, ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCs or GFCIs in there because of the age of the wiring and stuff like that, and fire protection, everything else. She also does have insurance. I have homeowners insurance because I am a homeowner. And so like the things are working to go out and get some. Like, because right now, I mean, I guess I could do a test on. I don't have any equally sized rooms because my rooms in my house are like varying sizes, but I guess we could test it in the box in the woods because right now I have to like fix the air conditioner over there or at least troubleshoot it. So I mean, I could put one in the master and put one in Izzy's room and see because they're comparable sizes because that makes sense in a split for your house. But you know, we have a window unit over there, and then I could pop one of those guys in the tower and see if it creates a difference in temperature and stuff. But I'm gonna see you guys later. I gotta go into Home Depot, gotta get a power strip and get some other stuff. And you guys have a fantastic day. Sorry that you're getting less content. I'll try to catch up. Bye. No, I'm just waiting.